The opening race of the opening round got underway at Valkenswaard. It was MX2 and all eyes were on Jeffrey Hurling in terms of the Dutch crowd, as that's what they were concerned with. But it was Jake Nichols who flew into the lead on his Nissan JM Racing KTM. Tommy Searle made a good start in third position, so too did Jeffrey Hurlings. But while Jake Nichols started to feel the heat from the riders around him, particularly the likes of Jeremy Van Hoorbeek and Jeffrey Hurlings, Jake Nichols then decided to come under pressure from the likes of Tommy Searle and Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. But further down the field, all eyes were on Valentin Tellier and Jordi Tixier as they fought over sixth position. But Jeffrey Hurlings was in no mood for messing around. He was in a class of his own, and he went on to cruise to an easy victory in the end by around 50 odd seconds. Tommy Searle was second, Joe Roulance was third, with Van Hoorbeek fourth, Nichols was fifth. MX1, race one. Tony Cairoli nearest the camera got off to a flying start, so too did Stephen Frossard, Commander Stout and Gauthier Paulin. There was a little bit of bar banging going through the first couple of corners, but in the end, Tony Cairoli found himself at the head of the pack. He was challenged briefly by the 183 of Stephen Frossard on the Monster Energy Yamaha, but Frossard was just a little bit over-exuberant, made too many mistakes and cost him very dearly as well. The expense being he lost the lead, lost a lot of ground. That led him right into the clutches of Commander Sal and Gauthier Paulin. Another mistake there led him off track again, and it was a long way back for him from there. He did eventually, though, come back into third position. Commander Sal inherited second position as a result of that. Broke free from Gauthier Paulin after a fine battle. Stephen Frossard, though, towards the end of the moto, found his way back on the rear wheel of the Suzuki, challenged him, but it was a win for Cairoli. Sal was second, Frossard third, Paulin was fourth. MX2, race two, not a good jump for Jeffrey Hurlings as he came over the line in the initial period, but he held a nice tight entry and exit. But it was Jose Boutron, the Spaniard, who pulled the whole shot, followed by the two Kawasaki's of Joel Roulance and Tommy Searle. But before long, though, before the end of the lap, Jeffrey Hurlings was out in front and already starting to pull out a comfortable victory, leaving the second place battle between Tommy Searle and Joel Roulance. Roulance going through on his teammate just here. And that's pretty much how it finished between those two guys. Hurlings up front, Roulance second, Tommy Searle was third. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek found himself in fourth position after an up and down ride. Max Anthony, a good ride for him, in fifth place. But no one really a match for the informed Jeffrey Hurlings, number 84 on the Red Bull Factory KTM MX2 machine. He's now taken the last 6 race wins and the last 3 Grand Prix victories here on home soil at this circuit alone in Valkenswaard, the Netherlands. It was a great day for Jeffrey Hurlings. He's the new championship leader going to round 2. MX1, race 2, a similar thing. The rain started to fall towards the start of the moto. It only got heavier from there on in. Christophe Pourcel with the early hole shot. Cairoli was in there, so too DeSalle and Stephen Frossard. DeSalle and Frossard provided the fireworks in the early laps of the race, while Cairoli sat on and just watched in the background in third position before deciding that it was time to go. First off, on lap 4, he dispatched of number 183, Stephen Frossard, and then in quick succession caught and passed Commander Sal. Just after that, found a good drive along the rhythm section alongside DeSalle. DeSalle had no comeback. Cairoli sailed easily into the lead and was a comfortable winner. Commander Sal, though, he settled for second position. Despite the rain coming down, couldn't do anything about Tony Cairoli, the Sandmaster. Cairoli, in the end, cruised to a very easy victory on the final lap, just making sure he didn't make any mistakes. It was a KTM 1-2, Cairoli winning in MX1.